Today's grocery market share release covers the 4 weeks and the 12 weeks to the 9th of June 2024. Market growth over the latest 4 weeks of just 1.0% is the slowest in 2 years. Mostly, that can be put down to inflation falling again, now at the lowest rate since October 2021. One way to illustrate how pricing pressures have eased for shoppers is to consider the 271 markets for which we track like-for-like inflation. Just under a third of those are now actually in deflation. A year ago, prices were falling in just 3 of those categories, or around 1%. People are still, of course, living with the cumulative price rises of the last couple of years, but the proportion of households describing themselves as financially comfortable in the latest wave of Kantar's Pressure Group survey has gone up at the fastest rate in our data, but still well down on 2020. The flip side is that those who are financially struggling, and that has seen a welcome small decline, but remember it is 1.5 times the level reported at the start of the pandemic, showing life is tough for many consumers still. Footfall growth has been non-existent in the last month, shoppers making the same number of trips on average to the grocers as they did a year ago. It's hard to prove it, but the disappointing weather can't have helped. This data period doesn't include any uplifts from extra drinks and snacks purchased while watching the Euros. But we can see the high level of promotions on beer already in the stores in anticipation. And remember, supermarkets are not just competing against themselves here. Our out-of-home data shows a sporting tournament can add double-digit growth to food and drink sales in not only pubs and bars, but restaurants too. While we wait for the summer of sport effect to kick in, the lacklustre weather is reflected in lower sales of volumes in categories like sun care and prepared salads, while fresh soup sales, presumably to keep warm, have seen a boost. The second May bank holiday didn't turn out as good in temperature or sales as the supermarkets and consumers alike had hoped. Among the retailers, Ocado was again the fastest growing over the 12 weeks, while Lidl retained their crown among bricks and mortars grocers. Sainsbury's were the fastest growing of what we used to call the Big Four, closely followed by Tesco, who also reached their highest market share since February 2022. Waitro's share remained flat, but the growth rate was up from last month, with more additional shoppers added than any other retailer. Visit our website to see current and historical market shares, or subscribe through your favourite podcast platform to our Decoding the Shopper series for more analysis. Join us next time to see how the football has raised retailer and fan spirits, to find out if the barbecue summer can finally get underway, and discover which retailers are winning share, which becomes ever more important as inflation ebbs away.